2024 is finally done. 2025 is here. But before we look ahead, let's quickly recap the past. Probably the best way to summarize 2024 would be Year of the Beetle, for very obvious reasons. Beetlejuice 2's marketing started around January and is technically still going, what with the drive for that Oscar. Heck, we even got nominated for a Golden Globe. I don't think it's a real category we were nominated for, and hey, we didn't even win it anyway. Congrats, Wicked. And of course, we saw it all, from the merchandise to fan experiences to popcorn buckets, and of course, Tim Burton being interviewed on everything from his legacy to his hatred of his most recent time at Disney. One could argue that this year could also be dubbed the Year of the Comeback. We got the premiere of Part 1 of the Tim Burton docuseries at Tribeca Film Festival, with the other parts to come, and eventually a streaming release, hopefully soon. Tim Burton got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we also got an announcement of a new film, the remake of Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Tim Burton's museum exhibit moved to London, again a place I can't afford to go see, but hey, if you want to take a look at how that exhibit turned out, Alice in Burton Land, another Tim Burton channel here on YouTube, did a wonderful breakdown on how the exhibit looked and even showed off some of her merch. I am totally jealous of her. Wednesday had quite an eventful year as well. Season 2 resumed filming after being delayed from the strikes, and of course half of the cast and crew being part of Beetlejuice 2. We also got some interesting merchandise that was probably meant to release with Season 2, but was probably way too costly to delay. And to top it all off, we also got a float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It was a quiet year for Nightmare Before Christmas. That's to be expected from a non-anniversary year. That being said, we did get a re-release of the film in theaters, a new book called Sally's Lament, and in New York there was a garden trail that had really cool lights and sculptures of the characters. Again, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Nightmare Nando, a Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise YouTuber here, was able to go to the exhibit and he shows what the whole walk was like. Tim Burton also mentioned in a recent article that while he did have fun with Beetlejuice 2, he has no plans on sequeling Edward Scissorhands or Nightmare Before Christmas. So there, everyone can stop with the god-awful AI-generated posters now. Speaking of Edward Scissorhands, the Matthew Bourne Ballet did see a very small, very limited cinematic release. It said it is now available on streaming in Marquee HD. And yes, I am currently taking advantage of a discounted trial so that way I can finally watch it. Sleepy Hollow had a slim theatrical re-release, and again, I was not able to see it because, gosh darn it, everyone hates the Midwest. By God! Nobody wants to come here. Tim doesn't want to bring his museum exhibit here. Danny Elfman doesn't want to tour here. What is wrong with everybody? Anyway, on to Batman. We got new issues of 89 Echoes and a new book called Batman Resurrection. Yes, it is already on my to-be-read pile, and hey, it looks like there's already a planned sequel for this coming later in 2025. Let's now take a look to 2025. The following films have anniversaries, so again, we can possibly expect new merchandise, new physical media releases, possible theater events, or at the very least, somebody talking about them on social media. Pee-wee's Big Adventure turns 40, Edward Scissorhands turns 35, Batman Forever turns 30, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Corpse Bride have a joint anniversary at 20, Alice in Wonderland turns 15, and the World of Stainboy web series turns 25. Speaking of anniversaries, Corpse Bride is looking to have a pretty big one this year, what with turning 20. Like every other stop-motion film, it's been kind of growing in popularity over the past couple of years, and heck, even last year, we did get cool-looking animatronics from Spirit Halloween. Well, this year, we're getting animatronics from Lowe's, and if these leaked photos are to be believed, these might look even better than the Spirit ones. Oh my god, these look so good. And of course, good old Monster High is looking to add Emily to the Skeletor line. And if everyone can stay off Mattel Creations that day, that'd be great. The same for the Beetlejuice dolls coming in February. Just everyone stay off of the internet that day. Please. Wednesday Season 2 is looking to finally come out this year. When? I have no idea. I think it's going to depend on whenever Netflix decides to release the final season of Stranger Things. Because I don't think Netflix would want to put the two big juggernaut shows in the same month or too close to each other. I'm going to predict, again, a Q3 or Q4 release. Heck, I'm starting to think that maybe the float on Thanksgiving might have been a hint. Oh, and again, back to Monster High, we looking to have more dolls added to their Wednesday line. Bianca Barclay, and I heard a rumor of the faceless one, who didn't have a name. Either way, I'm gonna buy him and add him to my collection that I currently have. Okay, so we got the news part done, we got the recap and the predictions done. Now for a slightly more personal note about me and the channel. If you don't want to watch this, that's fine, you already got the news part, but now for me. As you all probably noticed, I kind of went slightly radio silent after Halloween. I do apologize for that. Basically what had happened was I kind of got a little sick after Halloween because I overexerted myself trying to create one video and had to quickly come up with the Halloween tree video as a means to replace the original video I had planned. So I kind of got a little sick, and then everything with Christmas kind of came up, and luckily there really wasn't much going on news-wise, so yay. But then I also kind of got a little burnt out. Switched to 2 different companies in my personal working life, yay. But anyway, so on to what the big video was. I was trying to do a Rachel Maxey style make video in which I showed off how I did my Dolores display, with basically the big attention going to this guy. This guy. My sandworm. He's a puppet. So I put my hand in shark fin. I made him with leggings, cardboard, an old sweater, hot glue, pool noodles. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying because the microphone's down there. Fake nails for teeth that keep falling out. I need to fix that. And a little wiggle worm too. The video on him basically was shaping up to be over an hour long, and it was very awkward with me mostly over my dad's tool bench, and I just wasn't liking how it was turning out. I know how to fix it, but now I'm just trying to gauge interest. If you are interested in seeing how I made this monster, comment down below, please. Actually, note on that, I did end up winning a local costume competition at a local bar in my area. If I don't do that much math, I think I made profit. I don't know. There's a reason why my high school closed. So again, feel free to comment below. If I get enough interest, I will see about fixing the hour-long video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this little recap video. Again, I will be trying to be a little bit more active this year. I'm not going to promise whatever videos. I think that's another thing I learned. Don't promise whatever videos you're going to do. I'm mad at myself for promising videos that I ended up not having any opinions on. Again, last year was kind of a learning year. This year's probably going to be another learning year. And the year after that. And the year after that. Anyway, happy 2025, everybody.